This video is very special video where I'm gonna break down for you an appointment setting psychology you need to adopt in 2024. As you are already aware probably, the market has changed a lot. And the reason behind that is that we are constantly being sold to every single day, whether that's on social media with these online gurus or any other advertisements you've been seeing around. The old methods of selling don't work anymore, and to be honest, they only result in you making less commissions than you should actually be making. So the old methods don't work anymore. Yeah, unhappy customers, a lot of refunds, and terrible sales careers are all the products of these old selling methods that worked 20, 30 years ago. So we need to fix your mindset when it comes to appointment setting this year, and hopefully with this video I'm gonna help you increase the rate of booked calls. You're gonna start earning more commissions and potentially use this knowledge if you wanna start your own business in the future, just like I did. So without further ado, let's get into this. So, like I said, the old sales methods, which are high pressure tactics, or over enthusiastic sales tactics, these things, they don't work anymore. Simply, they actually do completely the opposite. They trigger all the possible red flags in your prospect, and they're gonna either block you or leave you unseen, to be fair. And to be honest, that's completely normal, That's completely normal because when facing a pressure from some salesman, because we as humans have something called fight or flight reflex. This is what it's called. And that fight or flight reflex triggers once the person feels unsafe. So it's very important thing for you to know. It's called fight or flight reflex. That's typically in some dangerous situations when that reflex tell you to basically get the fuck away from that situation, or on the opposite side, to stand on the spot and fight back. Those reflexes come back from thousands and thousands of years ago, and they're still present here. But in these modern times, fight or flight reflex awakes once we face the situation where some sleeky salesman is trying to force us into something. So if you're triggering those reflexes in your prospects, if you're one of those annoying salespeople, this is where you're gonna start getting tons of objections, which are called smokescreen objection. Objections. This is what you're gonna be facing if you're one of them. These bullshit objections, whether that's I need to think about it, or give me a few days so I can make a decision, or just anything like this, you trigger their fight or flight reflex and they want to escape that situation as soon as possible. You're kind of scaring them, I would say, and making them feel uncomfortable. So they literally just want to get off the call or leave you unseen or whatever. They usually don't have the balls to say it to your face, look bro, I'm not feeling comfortable, I don't want to work with you, blah 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 blah. But they will rather act cowardly and throw these smokescreen objections at you to escape from that position. For example, I'll get back to you tomorrow. You know as well as I do that they're not getting back to you like ever. They just hit you with the smokescreen objection so they can literally run away from you. And most likely, the reason they wanted to run away from you is because you came on too strong. This is the reason. This is one of the main reasons that you're actually facing those objections. On the other side, if you triggered their fight reflex, which are honestly a lot less common nowadays because people are just snowflakes scared to confront the situation, you're gonna get into a fight. People are simply gonna start arguing with you. You'll notice the change in their messages as well as the passive aggression, I would say. And this is not something that you want to be facing, If you want to make a sale, then that's honestly not the way that's gonna help you out with that. I've actually read somewhere that one negative way of selling is only gonna compound. It's literally like a snowball effect. You know, one bad thing leads to another bad thing, and that another bad thing leads to even worse thing. So the results you'll get from these all sales methods are gonna be, let's say, less sales, then less happy clients, therefore you'll face more refunds, because obviously if they're unhappy they'll want their money back. And now, last but not least, through this whole process you're gonna lose your dignity and credibility. Dignity and credibility, this is very important thing, you know, and then that results in even less sales, and problem is getting worse. Again, snowball effect. So if you want to be here for a long time and make a big money in this industry, then you gotta change your mindset completely, boys. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do this in 2024. So in a time where everybody is fake, it's very, very important to come across as genuine as possible. You want to be as genuine as possible, because I don't know if I have mentioned it before already, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. These are the main requirements you need to fulfill if you want to be successful here. You need to make them know you, you need to make them like you, and you need to make them trust you, because the people they trust will deliver the results they're telling them about. Because being as genuine as possible is what's actually gonna attract people. You know, today, as I said, everyone is fake, whether it's fake influencers pretending to be overly rich, or some influencers over exaggerating their results. So if you can separate yourself from them and be honest with yourself and with your prospects, this is what's going to attract people, instead of, you know, pushing them away. In these modern times, social media has made it incredibly easy to fake it, you know, to fake the results. And a lot of people are doing exactly that. So if you can separate yourself from them and, like I said, be completely honest with yourself and with them, you're gonna excel at this space. Again, the new way, the new model of selling is to not exaggerate things, overhype things, or gas people up for no reason. It's all about just building genuine trust with your prospects. And that's actually what matters now more than it ever has. So let's say, for an example, you're an SMMA owner. These are the most common ones nowadays. And you hop on a call with someone and promise him some of those crazy results, let's say. You're not gonna get far with it. You're probably not gonna even close that sale, close that call. And that's simply because you're doing exactly the same as everyone else is doing. People can feel that the results you're promising are unrealistic, because they're honestly super far from where they're currently at. You know, those results are super far from their current situation. So what you need to do instead is you just need to present yourself like the perfect bridge between point A, which is their current situation, and point B, which is their desired situation. So like I said, what you need to do, you need to be this bridge. You need to be this if you want to excel at this space. This is you, literally. This one little line is you. So you must be with them on every step of that journey, you know. And in order to successfully implement this honesty and genuine attitude into your sales position, it's very important to only work for companies that share similar values to you. So what I want to say here is, when you completely align with someone's values, it will make a whole process of sales a lot easier, a lot more fulfilling, you know, a lot easier and a lot more fulfilling. Since you're going to be working with someone that shares values with you, and you're in a position to be fully honest and fully unfiltered, it's only going to result in you actually having a lot more charisma, you know. And if there are two things you must adopt in sales, Two very important things to adopt here. Those are definitely honesty and charisma. These two things alone are more than enough to start stacking more cash into your pocket, you know. And funny example just came to me. I don't know, honestly, if any of you will be able to relate to me, but in all honesty, I was a massive addict to video games. And when there was a new game coming out, and you know, I was always pushing my friends to install that game. Just think of the charisma I had then, because I wanted so hard to make them install that game. I'd be trying so hard to convince them to play it with me, to think about how much fun we'd have, how enjoyable it would be, blah 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 blah. And yeah, I probably overhyped it a little bit, but again, I'd always speak with so much charisma and confidence, like, trust me bro, you need to hop on this game, it's the best one. And I believed exactly what I was saying, because if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't try so hard to make them download it. So that genuine charisma is one of the main forces of selling. Not to over exaggerate things, but honesty and charisma will help you make a lot more commissions or sales. So if you don't think someone is genuinely a good fit for your offer, then just tell them straight to the face, you know. Don't try to force it, because people can smell it from a mile away, and again, it's just the right thing to do, you know. And by maintaining your values and integrity in the industry, it's gonna help you be a lot more profitable in the long run, you know. And as soon as you start forcing things, that's when everything starts going downhill, like I said in that snowball effect example. So what you also need to implement is showing them the realistic picture of the process. Ask them questions and show them that you genuinely care for their needs and desires. Ultimately, based on the information you gathered from them, you now know what's the best next step for their personal situation. So first you need to present yourself as an authority, and then advise them. Then just advise them. Advise them on what's the next thing that would be the best for them. So in conclusion, boys, the best way by far to sell in 2024 is by building trust, discovering their pain, needs and desires, and then help them realize. Very important thing right now. Not force them. Help them realize. They need to realize that by themselves. Help them realize that you are the best path from their current situation to their desired outcome. So that is step by step how to sell in 2024. No bullshit, no high pressure sales tactics. These, as I said, don't work anymore. You need to come across as genuine as possible. Find a solution and find what works best for them specifically. And if it's not the best for them, just tell them and advise them otherwise. In sales, as you probably already know, it's our job to deliver the best service and help our customers as much as possible. So yeah, I hope this helps, boys. I hope I helped you get a little better idea on how some things work and on some things to implement in your sales game this year. And yeah, see you in the next video, boys, and keep grinding.